You know what's funny to me?
Hmm.
While I was watching the beginning of the episode, I was just like, oh, there goes Brad again, being fucking paranoid again. God, he always plays a paranoid-ass game. Not necessarily a scared game, but definitely a paranoid motherfucker. And it wasn't until later on in the episode I realized he probably was a little right. I found it fucking hilarious that as soon as people offer themselves up, they're like, okay, yeah, we'll take it.
Well, of course they will. Why would you be like, why would you say no to somebody who's like, yeah, let me go in? They're going to like, no, I want to send somebody else in. Come on now.
I get it. Brad didn't like the fact that, he didn't have a lot of say. And
Brad threw 2 of his sabotages onto MJ.
That's what I'm saying.
But he wants to blame other people because he didn't win the daily.
Exactly.
So now MJ is coming for him. Dude, you threw sabotages on him. Had you thrown sabotages on Jordan or somebody else, that wouldn't have mattered.
And more than one thing could be true. Because 1, dude, you had it coming. You've been attacking MJ from the beginning. That's 1. But 2, this
Don't
problem...
blame Wes for your shit.
But this problem is also fixed by having Brad win that daily. If Brad wins the daily and MJ's going in, he's pretty safe.
Yeah, but if MJ stays, do you think that MJ is not going to come after him next week?
No.
Then he has to win every single day until MJ goes home.
MJ is still going in. MJ is still going in, but he can't pick Brad.
But yeah, what if he wins and he comes back next week and goes after him then?
That's a bridge you cross when you get to it. But
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying, if you're going to target Brad...
He's being a little bit selfish.
I mean, it's a selfish game. All right.
True.
Let's go ahead and bring it in. What's really good, pot stirrers? Welcome to another episode of Love, War, Challenges. I am MTV Malik. She is Becky at Gift Master Bex. What's really good? Gang, 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 gang. First off, I want to start this episode by giving a big shout out to Chico Spears. He sent me a little gift package. I just received it.
Me
Super
too.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chico. Oh, you got one too?
Yeah, stickers, right?
Yeah, my stupid ass over here thinking I was special. Look at you, Chico, giving out stickers to everybody.
It's because he loves us.
Because he's a sticker slut. That's what it is. But I really appreciate it.
I'm over here talking about how he loves us. You're like, he's a slut. Really?
Anyway, we got the packages. Thank you so much. We love them. They're gonna end up on my laptop. My laptop is actually starting to get kind of crowded with stickers. I'm actually running out of room. So
I put one of them on the back of my phone case. And which I messaged him and I said he should be very honored. I don't put things on the back of my phone cases.
Dopeness. I don't check the mail as often as I should, so I check it like 2 or 3 times a month, and there's always just a gang of shit in there. So, but I really, really love that. Want to give a big shout out to the Unbothered Challenge Facebook group. That's our home group. You'll always see us in there. I'm not as active as I should be, but I do always watch shit. So I should comment more, but I'm always in there. Love those guys. Big shout out.
You'll see a lot of my likes if you post. I will like your stuff.
Big shout out to Joe, Nadine, and Tia. Big shout out to Gamer Vav. That's the homie. Make sure you guys visit.
He's your homie, not my homie.
You got beef for Gamer?
They blocked me. I've been blocked. They don't like me.
You probably had it coming. Gamer doesn't block indiscriminately.
I would like to know, is it because it was because I was going through a phase and not liking Marie a little bit, so then he got mad? Because because Marie was being an asshole, which she does on occasion. Let's just be honest, she admits her assholey ways.
Well,
doesn't mean I don't love her.
Leave Marie the fuck alone.
I block me. I ain't never gonna leave anybody alone.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into episode 5 of The Challenge, All-Stars, Season 3. Sad to hear Kendu and Darrell is gone. So much for Road Rules Campus Crawl. That fucking sucks. I'm super, super bummed out about that. But we did get Beth.
Mom and Dad are home.
So, Kendu, since she has returned on All-Stars, has actually been kicking a whole lot of ass, and most people are scared of her, as they should be, But does Beth taking her Kendall put fear in any of the girls? Do any of the girls?
Nobody's scared of Beth. It's just they don't like her because she gets on people's nerves. I think it's just because she's got one of those personalities that you either love or you hate. And it leans a little bit more towards hate most of the time because she just, especially for TV, she plays up her character to the 10s when she should bring it to a 9 or an 8 or a 5 or a 2.
See, the thing is, from everything I know about Beth, I've only known from the challenge. And I have come to accept that the challenge are parody versions of themselves. I don't think anybody is truly themselves once that camera is on them. I think everybody kind of plays a hyped up version of themselves, which is totally okay, and I accept it, and it's kind of expected. But nothing I've seen from Beth would make me, up until the beginning of this episode, none of it would make me think that she's a good person. At all.
I mean,
like I said,
I don't think anybody has a relationship outside of the game with her. Like, nobody's like, yeah, me and Beth chill. This
has no bearing on what other people think of her. From what I've seen from her years on TV, and mind you, that is, obviously a skew view of Beth. But from what I've seen, there's not a lot to like.
Well, here's the thing. Like, there are people who are assholes. Johnny, even Wes, Jordan, all these other people who relatively in this game are not necessarily nice or...
It's not about being nice.
But asshole players. So, or are obnoxious or take shit too far, especially Johnny and Jordan at times just take it way too far. But they still have friends outside of the game. They still have people that they hang out with, that they're cool with, that say and even Brad said it, in the game, Wes is too much. We're great outside of this game. So Beth just seems like the kind of person who can't separate game from real life kind of situation. In my opinion, just seems
didn't
like...
they used to say that about Kara? Yeah.
But
most of the time...
Kara was a little bit, I think that was just her real personality. And she just didn't know how to be this extra actress, or maybe she did play up the crying. I don't know. It always seemed really real to me, which maybe would piss people off. But that was me. I always thought it looked really real. So I think that's truly her.
And I think this is truly Beth. This is who she is. But moving on, Beth and Kellyanne decide that they're going to have to click up. Now, the remaining girls in the house that's not aligned with the treehouse is going to be Naya and Janae.
I'm so sick of these names.
I'm okay with it. You click up, you got a name to refer to yourself as.
The treehouse is safe. Oh, the treehouse. If I hear seriously, it should be a drinking game for how many times they start talking about the treehouse. Shut the fuck up.
It may not click with an audience, but it definitely clicks with them, and the name has meaning behind them. But it's not so much. Yes, the name itself might be lame, but the fact that you guys have a name it's actually very helpful inside the house.
It's because of fucking Kayla and Sylvia. Ooh, let's be the dolphins. Oh, let's be the lavender ladies.
You know what she's doing? She's working TV. Big Brother does it every year. When the game gets split up between 2 or 3 groups, they all refer to themselves as something. It's tried and true, and it works. It also says to me that Kayla watch. Neither do I, but I think Kayla does. I think
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, wouldn't be surprised at all. She'll probably do great on Big Brother. But do the remaining girls in the house clicking up, and the remaining girls, outside of the treehouse, and that's going to be Beth, Kellyanne, Naya, and Janae. Do you think they have a chance of rivaling the treehouse?
I don't think so. Beth has too much of a volatile character. I don't think anybody will truly ever really pair up with her into a point where they will trust her to that degree. I don't think it'll happen. Janae and everybody else is kind of separated with I think she's just more focused on being teamed up with MJ. I don't see her really caring about having alliances with anybody else.
Well, the thing is, they're not winning enough dailies. They're going to have to win some dailies and put them on the menu. if they're going to get ahead. They're not winning enough. If somebody from the treehouse is winning every time and ended up in the authority, and one of your guys is losing.
Look at what happened in this daily. Like, it was because they had more numbers that they were able to win. And instead of looking at it and going, oh, da-da, we need to start working as a team because they're obviously coming all for us, and it's like a group of them, they went off and did their own fucking thing, like idiots.
Absolutely. But here goes the funny thing is, were they bound to lose that one? Yes, but it could have been a lot closer, and they could have gave a chance if they had some type of organization and if they worked together to some degree. You had two people working together, and the other two are doing God knows who the fuck what.
Naya, get it together. Join an alliance.
So, speaking of alliance, right before the daily, Wes tries to slide it into the opening that Darrell's departures gave him. And that's going to be clicking up with Brad, Derek, and
Mark.
Nehemiah.
Mark.
I mean, yeah, Mark. And then Nehemiah is in there too, a little bit more on the fringe, but he's in there too.
Well, Nehemiah and him are going to be friends anyway because they're just that close in life.
Of course. And of course, Wes immediately wants to put Yes, MJ, and Jordan on the menu. Now, one of the things that really stuck out to me while he was talking about this is just how different the strengths are between the alliances between the men and the females. And are you surprised at this point, an alliance like, the Wes, Brad, Mark thing and the Treehouse aren't actually working in tandem? I think that's a huge miss on them, because they could run the game 100% if they just did that. But it always strikes me as crazy when you see some of these older people coming back at All-Stars, and it's like they don't know how to play this game.
I mean, the older people, the reason why they come back is they have to be watching. Like, you're not watching how the new seasons are played. You're not seeing how
but
the
also
setup
the
is
game.
now.
Listen, the challenge is great at reinventing the wheel and staying relevant. But overall, realistically, the game hasn't changed that much. These huge laps in judgment, it's really embarrassing for the OG staff. And that's really like Kendall too, who makes these moves that don't make any sense. Or people like Naya who's sitting around and playing the sidelines instead of being proactive. It just boggles my mind that all of these OGs are getting outshined by, the fucking Kaylas and Sylvias.
I mean, they just honestly, Kayla and Sylvia do have like a bond that can't be broken.
It's not about the bond, it's about the gameplay.
But they're bond together, and then they bring people around them that they will know that are going to stick with them. Like, let's just be honest, Veronica goes where the wind blows. She's going to see who's going to be the strongest, so she's going to follow that larger group. That's just what she's going to do. I mean,
but she's playing the game. I was going to say,
I was like, Veronica's an OG, and she easily could go with the OGs, but instead of going with the OGs, she goes into this other grouping. Even though a good portion of that grouping is OGs, like Ronnie's in there. It was Tina, and it was Jemmy, which I guess they could be considered. But Jemmy also had a strong bond with Sylvia and Kayla, so there was no way that we're going to break up the Three Musketeers without either sending them home or what happened with Kayla to Jemmy, where she had to go home.
No doubt. Let's go ahead and move on to the daily. Before we get to the daily, TJ, let's the crew know that the authority from here on out is only going to have two people who are they going to vote directly into elimination. And once they're in elimination, they can call out whoever they want. Now, this is a massive, massive change in the power structure and how we're going to do eliminations. In your opinion, is this going to change things for the good or for the bad when it comes to the show?
I think it's going to make it messier, which I am all here for, because they said it right out. Like, nobody is safe. So you want to get Kellyanne out, so you vote in Kellyanne. Now you have to run the risk of Kellyanne going after one of your alliance members who is a strong competitor, who could basically knock out your people one by one if she puts her focus onto it. So it's a game changer, and it works against bigger alliances. So I kind of like it. I am a little bit sad that it's not the last person that gets sent in. Because I do think that is one of the things that always should happen. Like the person who's last should always have to go into elimination. You got last place. You're in elimination. But
yes, and I agree with you. Traditionally, I love it when last place people automatically go in. It's one of the most fairest things that can happen. Even though we all know these dailies can be, you can have people gang up, and we actually see that in this daily. But there's such a great component that comes in reality TV, specifically the challenge, when people are able to call out who they want.
I love that. I love it so
much. I love it so much. And I think was it Vendettas that had that format? It was either Vendettas or Final Reckoning.
Final Reckoning, but you could only choose the people who voted you in.
Yes, even better. So, even fucking better.
Yeah. So if you voted that person in, then you would be eligible unless you won, obviously. But yeah, and it was like the duel, right, where you can pick your own. Right. And
so
what was the war? Was it a War of the Worlds?
I'm not sure. I can't recall.
Where you could choose your own.
I'm not 100% on that one.
Oh no, never mind. They were voted in by the tribunal. I lied.
The tribunal and the troika and all that shit. Yeah. Anyway,
whatever.
Moving on. So the name of the game is going to be Sidetracked, and the sabotage is going to be having a ring. So the game is Sidetracked. Pretty much, you got to race on the track. You got to grab your opponent's ring, and you got to do, a ring toss onto their star. Everybody got 5 pegs. And the sabotage, you get to add a ring right onto the ops board. So Kayla puts it on Beth, and Brad, unsurprisingly, puts it on MJ. Now, I don't know what we're gonna call this alliance of Mark, Brad, and Wes, but I'm just gonna refer to them as the old guys.
The OGs.
The OGs. They decided that they're gonna target MJ and Jordan, which is a really, really smart move, and they're going to let Mark win. And this doesn't sit right with Brad. Is throwing a fucking fit this whole entire time. Now, for some reason, when MJ sits down in his interview, he's like, "Oh, I overheard rumblings that Mark is going to win," and it's just like, how fucking loud were they talking? Was this not done in secret? How does he already know? And I know the interviews are done afterwards, but still, I wonder, was he bullshitted or did he really know beforehand?
I think MJ knew where the wind was blowing.
Yeah.
You would literally be dumb not to think that you would be the one that they chose, because it's an easy mark, because you had the sabotage on you, and technically you were the first one out. It's an easy way to say you were the first one out, you were sabotaged. It ruffles the least amount of feathers. The only person that seems to get upset about it is Janae. So
real upset about it. And actually during this daily is when she first says that, like, hey, me and MJ are really, really close because we won together. And, she explains why they're close. Because this is definitely going to come out later. But this elimination goes about the way we thought it was going to go. MJ gets knocked out first, then Jordan, then Yes, and then, Mark just stops putting in any type of fucking energy whatsoever. Brad actually goes rogue a little bit, and he's actually trying to get the win, which in hindsight was actually probably smart for him, because, you got to protect your own game. Fuck it if who's the winner. That goes the way it goes, but Mark ends up knocking out Brad. When it gets to the woman, you got Naya not really targeting anyone. Janae hits Beth ring, and oh my god, the fucking travesty. How dare you put a ring on mine? And this game was really, really cool because you got to see where a lot of people stood, and so many people got pissy at such little things. Ronnie took every fucking ring fucking personally. Kayla was going really, really hard, but she still got knocked out by Sylvia. Kellyanne was knocked out immediately after Beth. And Beth throws another dig at Janae here. It goes, Janae is a cheater in so many ways. And
bum.
Right? Such a bug up her ass.
She's been in the house for a week. What have you seen, Beth?
Exactly. or what the fuck do you know? Anyway.
I want to know. I want the tea, Beth. Let it out.
Sylvia ends up knocking out Veronica, and she's going to get the win for the female. So the winners are going to be Veronica and Mark. The number one losers are going to be MJ and Beth. So
Shocker.
TJ lets them know everybody has to pack because anybody could get called out. When they get back to the house, the tree house is split on Beth because they now realize, yeah, we're calling Beth, but she can call out any one of us. So now, even though one person in the alliance is safe, everybody else is on the menu. Once again, very, very good shit.
Really that scared of Beth? Come on now.
Yeah, I don't see why anybody would be.
She's going to call me out. Gosh, Kayla, grow some balls.
So, let's talk overview on this daily. I really like the daily merely for the social aspect. Having people put their rings and I think the challenge could actually really benefit from more types of challenges like this because it shows where everybody is to a certain degree, even within alliances. Because you can see who's getting taken out of the alliances first. And I think that is very, very telling.
Well, I mean, they also did not know until the end that the person gets to choose who they go against. So I think that they thought they might legitimately still be safe without that twist. They announced it at the end. He announced it at the end of it. And that's why everybody's like, oh no, I didn't know that. I'm
so curious to see how this is really going to play out during future dailies too.
I mean, I think people at the end of the day are it's the same thing that CT has said openly. I will protect you to a point until it's going to affect my game and I can no longer protect you anymore. And after that, you know, all men, all women for themselves. So all persons for themselves. So I think that's...
Speaking of which, I cannot wait until the treehouse implodes on themselves. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Love War Challenges. What's good?
How's it going? This is Derek Kaczynski.
So this is Paulie, and you're listening to Love War Challenges.
What up, Malik? This is Cara Maria. This is a shout out to the Love War and Challenges podcast. You're totally awesome.
Love War Challenges. For anyone listening to this, they're at LWC Podcast.
World's most dangerous podcast.
It is going to be mag-fucking-nificent.
Well, there's not that many of them left.
Yeah, but there's still like 5 deep.
Do you think that maybe... Well, oh God, I forgot. Technically, Derek's a part of the house, isn't he?
Well, he's in the same room, but he's aligned with the old guys. He's with Mark, Wes, and Brad.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, he's all up in the treehouse. Is he an alliance member? Or he might be a silent partner.
Yeah, I think it's more of a silent partner. I think he's kind of protecting them on the back end a little bit. But we haven't seen him in the authority like that. So he's just been kind of participating. I'm actually surprised we're not seeing more of Derek and his energy. I think that'd be really great to see him come out. But I think he needs more physical elimination.
I think he is flying under the radar because he does not want to see an elimination.
Facts. And under the radar games have really been coming out on top for the past couple of seasons. But moving on to club night, Yes points out that while they're out at the club, nobody is dancing, everybody's politicking, everybody is stressed out.
I watched everybody go in there and everybody's off in their corners staring off into the distance. Like,
yeah, everybody's politicking.
Stressed the fuck out.
Right. And this is where we once again see the effects of coronavirus, because obviously they had this place cleared out for the staff. I mean, for the cast. And, if this was a regular club, other people would be around, to interact with while these things are going off in the corners. But now that there's no other people to kind of mask all of this that's going on, everybody's just off in the corners. Nobody's trying to do the fucking, nobody's trying to do the Dougie or walk it out or anything like that.
Well, you also got to think, look at what happened with Janae. She eavesdropped like a motherfucker onto other people's conversations, which would be harder if there were more people around, or possibly easier because it'd be easier to hide your sneaking up listening to what other people are saying. But
exactly, the DJ probably turned the volume down on the music a little bit, and once everybody starts getting a couple of drinks in them, they start talking a little bit more louder, and they have a little bit of emotion in their voice, so that shit travels. So it was funny because, Beth sits down and they're like, hey, we vote you. She sits down with Mark and Sylvia. And like, hey, we throw you in. Who would you pick? She's like, oh, Kayla or Janae. And they're like, all right, well, why Janae? Like, oh, she's a dirty player. And she's been cheating on her husband with MJ. Now, it's funny because when Janae came up and sat down, I wasn't sure if she actually heard that part.
I don't think she did. I think she just heard her name.
Right. That's what I think, because I think it would have been a lot more explosive if she did. And of course, Beth, she doesn't say that she's shit starting. It's not like when Paulie said that shit to Brad about Brittany.
In the open.
Yeah. He said on camera, he was just like, and he told Brittany, he's like, I'm going to use this as, to maneuver politically in the house. Beth didn't really say that. She's like, oh, I'm just looking to, shake some shit up or start some shit. So, yeah, I don't really think that, because she didn't react to that the way that I thought she would have reacted to that if somebody said, oh, you're cheating on your husband. But this is case in point. It's one thing to say things and mess with people or to manipulate them or whatever. And I get that. That's all fair gameplay. You saying somebody is cheating on their husband on fucking TV, you're playing with real life shit. And
I'm not gonna lie, it looks really bad.
And in reality, just because, and you're right, because it may seem that way to some degree, you could fuck up people's marriages. Some of these, these people have children. That's fucked up.
I mean, John A. season 1 was just out of, having her baby.
Right. And pretty much Beth, she kind of alludes to the fact that, oh, I'm just shaking things up or whatever. But she doesn't flat out deny it. Like when Paulie did it, first off, they're not married. This is their first season fucking,
Well, technically their second.
Right. But their stakes was really, really low. You know what I mean? And he made it clear on TV in the interviews that that's what it was being used for. You know what I mean?
No,
Beth
he knew.
Doesn't do that. Right. And don't get me wrong, was it the nice thing to do? No, but that made it a gameplay move. This seems vicious. I think Beth crossed the line.
I think Beth pushed out rumors. And I'm sure by the way they act around each other, there's not the only one thinking that they're probably sneaking off into a broom closet somewhere. But
listen,
but the thing is,
Janae denied the affair, MJ denied the affair, and I believe him. Nobody has shown a single shred of evidence or proof that this even could have happened. They won together. It's okay for them to be close. How close are a lot of the other teams that won together? Rivals put a lot of these teams together, and once they won together, how much of those rivals picked up afterwards? Very few. Kenny and Wes was by far the funniest. They did the whole thing. They could have won this whole thing, and right after, like, fuck you. That was great. They didn't.
Well, I mean, let's see. Wes and CT were really good. Laurel and Cara were good for a while until their things fell apart. So I want to say Evelyn and Paula may still be cool because they got along really well during their
most of them are. And this just fucking crossed the line. It didn't sit well with me. She didn't offer any proof or any way. How would she even know this? Who are you talking to?
Rumor.
Who are you talking to that slid you this? Exactly. Fucking bullshit. And like I said,
but I'm sure last season they probably had rumors about them too. So
right. But like I said, you're saying this on TV. The stakes were too high for you to do this. It was fucked up. This is why I think Beth is a shit person. And I thought she was a shit person before.
I mean, I think she said out loud what a lot of people were thinking. But you are right. That is not her place to put it out there as if it's a fact. the thing is that she was out there saying specifically in a way of saying, I know that they're cheating, versus saying they look like they're a little bit too affectionate and it makes me uncomfortable kind of a situation, which is insinuating, but not saying it out loud. But Beth, the thing is you knew Beth was full of shit the minute that she sat next to her and said, what's your problem with me? Instead of her being like, you're a cheater and I don't like it and I think you're cheating on your husband, she was just like, I just don't like the way you play the game.
That makes Beth
backtracking like a bitch.
That makes her a pussy. Mm-hmm. And in reality, and like I said, I only know from what I've seen on TV, and Beth seems to be a fucking shit human being. But moving on.
Agreed.
Next day, Brad is bitching about his deal. So bad that Brad is bothered by this, he wakes up Wes and Mark and has to have a talk. And Wes, say what you want about Wes. Wes did some real G shit. Offers himself up. He says, if it's going to make you feel better, if it's going to make you feel safe, I will go out there, put me in.
Do you think it was calculated, though? Do you think he was like,
absolutely,
you know what?
Absolutely.
I have a very high likelihood of winning.
No, absolutely it was. It was low risk, high reward. As soon as he was woken up, he knew what it was about. But he probably already thought about this before going to bed. And so he says himself, if I get thrown in, I have the opportunity to call people out. There's several people. Wes is the best elimination specialist in the challenge history. As great as Jordan is, Wes is even better than that.
He's got the track record to run through it.
And Wes has beaten many of the greats. And in a myriad of ways. And so he has the advantage here of going in. He secures his place in his alliance. He secures a relationship, and he gets to see the elimination and gets to kind of think about who he wants to go in, even though one person is very clear of who he will want to target. Maybe somebody who's never been in elimination. This was a brilliant move by Wes.
I mean, I think he was going to choose Yes either way, because Yes they're about the same size. He is untested, really, in these eliminations. And he really doesn't know how the newer eliminations work. So you could tell by the way he was acting in that elimination, he had the completely wrong strategy. But
yes, but here goes another thing about Wes choosing to put himself in. This is probably the one move that he made this whole game, besides just flat out saying, I want to move into Darrell's spot in this alliance. That move right there is probably going to win the game for him. And I'll tell you why. One, he has stars. Who the fuck is going to want to call him out? Jordan is probably the only person who would intentionally call out Wes. He has a lot of friends there who are just going to avoid him just off of the relationship alone. Unless they're absolutely forced to. Winning this elimination, he can skate to the final. Who's going to call him out? Who's going to put him in?
I'm not going to lie. I can't even see Jordan calling out Wes. Jordan is a lot of things. The only time he ever called out somebody, he learned from his mistake when he called out Bananas and went into the elimination and lost to Bananas during what was it? It was 30?
No, it was 25 free agents.
Free agents. Okay. So he learned from that. He's not going to go intentionally against somebody who has such an amazing record. At the end of the day, Wes is one person you don't want to see in elimination on the male side. But if anybody could beat him, it would be a Jordan. Unfortunately.
Right. And like I said, Jordan may be the only one at this point who's even willing to call him out. Maybe MJ, but MJ I don't think will probably just go for somebody else. MJ would probably go after he's not going to be at the top of anybody's list. This was a great move by him.
MJ's going to go after Brad, period. It's just going to always be Brad.
Yeah, 100%. So, go ahead and move on to the elimination. The elimination is going to be called knockoff. We've seen something like this before, but basically they're going to be suspended 30 feet in the air. They got these giant pegs they got to push through. Janae calls out Beth, and then we see footage of her telling Sylvia to she would rather have the power. And that's great for the fucking treehouse, by the way. Yeah, even though it was a great idea for Wes to do it, I don't think it was a great idea for Janae to put it.
I think Janae has enough confidence to go against someone like Beth. I mean, it's not like...
I think so too, but her reward... But for Wes, it was low risk, high reward. This one is a high risk, low reward. I definitely would have pushed to vote Beth in. And playing this game is simple. Sylvia says, hey, who are you going to go for if I put you? I'm going for Kayla. I'm going for your number one. That's what I'm getting. Like, if I was MJ and Mark was talking to me, hey, who are you going for? And he goes, Brad, I would have said Wes. Because if you say you're going for Wes, Wes will fucking fandangle whatever he has to keep his name out of people's mouth. I would have only said Wes. Who do you want to take out? Fucking Wes. I'm going for Wes, 100% Wes. Wes will go into panic and start making deals. So, that's how I would have played it a little bit differently. But they get down there, Janae calls out Beth, Wes calls out Yes, which is an excellent fucking move. You take out a rival, you secure your place, and you build so much fucking social currency. Let's go ahead and get into it. The ladies are going first.
Sorry, with the way, I just had to bring up the way that TJ was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? When Yes is like, he's like, how do you feel about this? I'm just trying to bring integrity and fair gameplay. Yes. And TJ's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. And Wes was like, yeah, even TJ knows you're full of shit. And I think that's actually very telling because Yes is kind of full of shit. So pompous, get off your high horse. I get it, you're a good guy, but I think Wes was right. It's like, yo, you portray yourself as being this holier than thou motherfucker, and you're in the mud with the rest of us. Stop acting like you're better than us. I think that's the problem that Wes had with it. The female elimination between Janae and Beth I could not have seen this coming. They're both going at it. Janae looks like she's getting the better of her, but nothing crazy. MJ is obviously helping Janae because this bitch just, is trying to ruin you guys' marriages. And then Beth just says, I quit. This game has become nasty and I don't want to play it anymore. I'm not interested in playing this game anymore. Bitch, why did it become nasty? Did you accuse somebody of cheating on their husband? This game is so nasty. Bitch, you made it nasty. And then she gets and then she fucking quits and then tells TJ, yeah, I'm going to work on the heights thing. It's not about heights. You're a fucking quitter. And I was so fucking disgusted. She's
a waste.
Whole entire presence. Yeah, it is a waste. You're taking somebody's spot who wants to be. You're quitting like a little bitch because you're about to lose.
The fact that they didn't bring a strong competitor, like a Cook or a Laurel or anyone besides Beth. I understand she's an OG and I understand she's a shit stirrer, but
no, send her home. Don't bring her back.
She's there for 2 episodes to go home. Like she didn't even do anything, and even her interviews. Like I don't even remember seeing I think I saw 1 or 2 interviews on her, and they were lame. It wasn't even worth it.
She brought all of this nastiness into the game and had the nerve to fucking bitch about it when the people who she was the most nastiest to work against her. It was completely inappropriate. It was a completely miscasting. The whole bombshell of Janae sleeping with MJ wasn't worth her presence.
They made it seem like it was going to be a bigger thing in the previews. Like there was going to be some sort of proof or some shit like that. The way the preview came.
They denied it and no proof exists. Fucking bullshit. And
I don't know.
I hope to never see Beth on the fucking challenge again.
Anticlimactic as fuck.
Yes. Now let's go ahead and move on to the men. The main event. It's gonna be Wes versus Yes. They both battled it out. They went for, I believe, almost an hour. But it came down to just the strategy. Yes was popping shit the whole time, tiring himself out. Wes took his time, used his senses, and was way more aggressive at the right times and beat out Yes. And I thought Yes, for his first elimination, I thought he put up a very good fight.
I mean, they were at it for a while.
Yes, I thought it was a very good elimination. Wes gets the win, but one of the things I love the most out of all of the shit talking, out of all of the back and forth, and Yes took the first swing at Wes, But yes, lost graciously, and Wes won with class. And I'd love to see that shit. You know what I mean?
Wes has always won very well.
Not all the time. Wes has gotten up from a couple of victories and start yelling at the podium. He has done it before when it is called for it. And
when was the last time? I swear, I'm trying to remember when he's done this. Because I always felt he won well.
He's done it several times. The duel when he went in a whole bunch of times. He popped up and he was tight after a couple of those.
Oh.
But
Fresh Meat, he did that a lot. But that was his first season, so I give him that.
But, you know, and that's okay. I really love how they brought it to an end and they brought it to a conclusion. I don't really see this rivalry extending past this. I'm not sure if we're going to see Yes again.
I think Yes reluctantly respects Wes. And this is, the funny thing is, the nice thing is I'm not going to get their names confused. Yes and Wes all the time because I kept getting them messed up while we were there because their damn names rhyme. But
I do think there's more respect in what's being shown. I think that Yes knows that Wes is a big fish, but Yes does got a win of his own. He has a regular season win and an All-Stars win, and you know those things fucking count. So I like the way that it was wrapped up. You know, this kind of elimination, it was good. It was, you know, it has some physicality to it, has some aggressiveness to it, and the two competitors had a reason to be in there against each other. Those components make for great eliminations, even though I think this would have been better as a pole wrestle. You know, I thought that we got a lot of bang for our buck when it came down to this. How did you feel about it?
Honestly, I was like, oh my God, somebody check Wes. I think he has a concussion. Because he just getting thwack, thwack, thwack. Just every other move he was getting hit in the face. If he had, because Wes did it really smart where he's like, I was waiting for him to talk. I know where he's at. Boof.
Yeah.
You know.
He was giving up his location this whole time.
And why was he, when he was humping the thing, he's like, I'm humping the wall. I'm humping. Really? That's like, wow, You're tired. You need to go.
Exactly. And it still shows that he's kind of new to this elimination aspect of it. Would love to see Yes back. I believe he is a great, well-rounded competitor. And even though I think some of that good guy shit is bullshit, you know, I think it brings a interesting aspect to the game. So hopefully we can get this to continue on. I know these things last a little bit shorter and are slightly less intense than the regular season. So hopefully we get a lot more Yes and Wes, you know.
I mean, I honestly think it would be super nice. Like, I want him, honestly, he is too clean. He needs to start playing a little bit more dirty. Because the first season, it was okay to play clean because everybody went into it like, oh, you know, we're just here to have a good time. And now everybody's like, we're here for money. So,
as it should be, 100% of the time. Everybody got to play their own individual game. The point of alliances is so your alliance gets the furthest before you guys have to turn on each other and eat.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, for this episode, how do you feel about it? If you had to give it a ranking, 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I hate the 1 to 10 scale. It's like really big scale. Let's do 1 to 5. Why you gotta do the 10? This is freaking intense. I mean, I give it a solid. I'll give it a 7 if we're doing on a scale of 1 to 7. 1 to 10.
3.5 stars. I would give it a solid 4.
4 stars. I would give it a
solid 4. We a 7? 7 doesn't equal.
Well, no. I know, but now you're saying now that we're lowering it, 4 stars. Because you're right.
4 stars.
It was a pretty decent episode. It had a decent amount of drama. The daily was okay. And
the thing I like about this kind of drama pushes the story forward. It's not stagnant drama or drama for the sake of having drama. It's purposeful drama. And the challenge has been really, really great at that. They have been really, really bad. And at least for this season, they've been really good at drama, that progressive drama.
Well, drama that's actually legitimate is what I'm looking for versus the, hey, let's get a storyline going and pretend to fight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait to season 38 for that.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to watch it. It's just like, I'm gonna watch it upset.
We say that every year, but we never miss an episode.
Ain't that the truth? I'm gonna be over here bitching about how I miss the olden days. Bring me back to All Stars where the trauma is real.
Yep, we're gonna bitch and moan the whole time and never miss a fucking second of this.
So over Big Brother.
Are you excited for the challenge documentary? We get a sneak peek during the MTV Music Awards, which I won't be fucking watching.
I'm gonna wait for it to come up on YouTube. So I don't
yep, 100%. That's right. Fuck you, MTV. Moving on, let's go ahead and get the fuck up out of here. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. Make sure you follow us on IG and Twitter at LWC Podcast. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Love War Challenges. Cop your official LWC gear at shop.lwcpodcast.com, and our website is lwcpodcast.com. Get your customizable challenge gear and accessories at shopthechallenge.com. And make sure you listen to Love War Challenges on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app. That's going to do it for us. You guys stay safe, take care of yourself, and each other. Get the fuck out of here. Good night.